Hello YouTubers and fellow Maddn players, this is Preach Riley and welcome back to yet another video in the series of Beginner to Contender. Like I said, I'm Preach Riley and today I'm channeling my inner GS. Today I'm going to be biblical. No, I'm not biblical, but religious, but not biblical. And look at that hit by Mays. Really going to miss him, like I've said before, in Denver. His run stop and hit power. Now, talking about GS, I do want to tell you guys a little bit. I mentioned this before, but I'd never really played Maddn. And how I got started on Maddn is actually just from watching YouTube videos from Mr. Golden Sports, Maverick, and Masu Chappie. And that came about because I was actually in South America, and I got news that my dad got diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. So I came back and everything so I could spend some time with him, be with him, stay around the house, my folks' house, and help him out where he needs and be able to spend some more time with him before things got real difficult. And so that meant sitting around the house a whole lot, and when he was taking naps and things like that, I'd get really bored, and so I started watching YouTube videos because I really had an itch for football. The Super Bowl had already been played. Ravens were Super Bowl champs, and I was craving some football. So actually I just got on YouTube to look for highlights of different games and things, and that's when I came across the Maddn videos. Started watching Mr. Gold Sports and IMAV, and then a little bit later on Masu Chappie as well. And I'm like, man, this game looks like a lot of fun. They're so enthusiastic, especially Golden Sports. I'm like, goodness. Boy, you can tell he's he's energetic. I'll just leave it at that. Very exciting. It really makes the game seem fun. IMAV as well with live cam and commentary. And so, I'd always been good at video games, so I thought I'd pick up Maddn and that I'd be a contender right away. But that was very far from the case. I got the game and the computer was just destroying me. I had no idea what I was doing on offense, no idea what I was doing on defense, and it's very discouraging. But thankfully, the ones that I watched, they had a website, maddnmastermind.com, and so I got on there and I started looking for tips and little schemes. There was in the forums, there was a free offensive scheme, Atlanta scheme by Kilo, and so I picked that up and started running with that, so at least I'd have an idea on how to score and about routes and what to do there. And then on defense, I picked up the Debo defense. So those are what I'm running here. On offense, I'm running the Kilo, Atlanta guide, the free scheme, and then on defense, I'm running Debo. And you can see that both schemes do what they're meant to do. Debo puts on pressure, forces turnovers, gets stops, and Kilo is running the ball on this particular part of the scheme, running the ball and simple passes, easy pass progression reads. Now that doesn't mean that I personally ran it the best. Certainly you will see that I missed a lot of open throws, made some bad reads, but you can tell that the scheme worked. Simple read development. I didn't spend enough time in the lab before going into the rate games to really be comfortable with reads and have those down, playing against a player real time. And so here in this game, it's made for an interesting game. A couple of bad plays by me, but so far we have control of the game still. He does come within one score there, but we have confidence that we're going to be able to move the ball at least to a degree. Now in this game, this is one of the first games that I started trying the delayed screen. Sometimes it worked okay, and other times not so much. They'd start running the wrong way and so forth. But Mr. GS, Golden Sports, we know that boy loved his screens in Maddn 13. So watching him, I'd be, he'd be screening all over the place. But you know, unfortunately, I'm no GS, so you know my screens are not nearly as effective or as pretty as his are. You can tell this is a little bit of an older game. Well, of course it's older. These videos were made back in February, but it's old. It's towards the beginning in my Maddn career because I have Gronkowski in there. I don't believe that he's one that I had in there. And that's an example of not running the delayed screen correctly. Instead of going to the right, he went off to the left. This time he does go off to the right, but I have horrible sticks. So two things. One, I miss the hole, and then I fumble. So I go back to running the ball and holding down the R1 button. The Denver Broncos, man, I love these boys, but the running backs, they tend to really cough up the ball. So I go back to holding down the R1 button a lot. You see there he does, I had a back controller on top of everything else. The L1 button would get stuck a lot, or whatever the ball is, the button that pitches the ball. So sometimes the running back would pitch the ball back and just automatically. So I had to get a new controller, but it's all good. It's been enjoyable. You know, again, every video I like to give thanks to the Maddn Mastermind crew, for Dream Killers, for Debo, and everyone over there for the free tips, Mastu Chappie. You know, I'm sure that if you're watching this, you've seen Mastu Chappie, but he has a lot of free tips, user skills, and so forth on his channels that he had for 13. I'm sure he'll continue that trend for Maddn 25 as well. Kilo, yeah, he wasn't part of the Maddn Mastermind crew, but like I said, I found this scheme on the MaddnMastermind.com website in the forums. He associated with them. At that time, he was part of the MaddnStudents.com. He's now on Next Generation Maddn, NextGenMaddn.com. Both those links will be in the description, so check those out. Really good guys. For some reason, if you don't know about them, you definitely want to check them out. They're good people, and they're going to help you out the best that they can. So a little bit back to this game. You see that we pretty much have control of this. The only way he's going to come back in is if I just start melting down. Now, one thing is, I bring the safety down a lot whenever I have the safety, because that's what Dream and T-Raw and them did whenever they're running this. But they have a lot better users, a lot better feel for the game, and a better user safety. And so that combination doesn't always work out well for me. Sometimes I don't get back, well, sometimes. A lot of times I don't get back where I need to be, you know, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and put this game away. That's another trick that I learned. I saw on YouTube enough times. You know, people, it looks like they're in a box, they're going to be bottled up, and then all of a sudden they back up, circle around, and then they're gone. But we go ahead and stop him here. He's going to end up quitting after he gets sacked. You know, gets a little discouraged. And that's what Debo does. It bullies these men. But I hope you all enjoy the video. Give a like if you like the idea of the series. If you also want to progress, check out these links below. This is Preach Riley, and I'm out.
Looking for an open receiver on the right. No seams on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him